Hello traders, Lord Ray with HypedOnCrypto.com, your #1 source for cryptocurrency technical analysis and blockchain education. In this live stream, we're going to be doing what we do every day. Just happens to be taking a look at Bitcoin, all the alts, the cryptocurrency sphere, and all that plays into the ebbs and flows of the market. So let's go ahead and get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. First off, just sound check, okay? But second off, Bitcoin, my God, we thanks to King Logan, we had a 5-hour stream last night, and there was only a few of us towards the end, about what, 50 people, but that's okay. And we were just watching to see what would occur at the bottom of this wedge. Okay, both wedges, right? The falling wedge and the rising wedge. And sure enough, we fell out of that rising wedge, but only for a moment to make a descending double bottom. Okay, we got that. People were scared, freaked out. Oh my goodness, are we screwed? And it was like, well, you know what? Here's the thing with this falling wedge pattern. This plays into that proverb: be greedy when others are fearful, right? Because this was the absolute last thread that you were on. I mean, you had that looking left. Of course, you had a horizontal line support over here at 89.55, but you know, falling out of a wedge, multiple wedges, that's really, really bad. You don't want to do that. So we had that one spot left, and then of course, bullish engulfing candle breaking out of this falling wedge pattern. We did the measured move before any of this even happened. This happened this morning while I was sleeping. All this stuff. So. Measure move was 95.18 of this wedge, right? The widest areas measured. And really, with that being said, we're having issues with the 20 MA. Not good. This is the second time we're wicking off of it, using it as a resistance. 53 minutes left on this 4-hour candle. Okay? You don't ever want to fail to break above your 20 multiple times. That shows rejection, and that is a bearish sign. Okay? Something that happened on this 4-hour chart. Well, hold on. Something that happened on this 4-hour chart. We never hooked off this wedge. We never used this previous level of resistance as a support. Sometimes what happens, I've seen it a billion times, we've come down to hook off this previous level. Okay, that's something that could happen, right? If you can't find the buyers, you can't find the volume of the buyers. There's just, look, this break to the upside is all bots, all algorithmic. There's literally no humans playing with this at all. So, besides retailers that aren't gonna move the price. So, you know, honestly, if we keep failing like this, we will drop down. We'll either test the bottom of this wedge again, the rising wedge trend line, or we'll come down quickly and test the upper trend line of the small falling wedge. Okay, so multiple things that could occur if we fail to break to higher prices and make that measured move. Okay, never good when you can't hit your measured move. Okay, it's always bad. Okay, that's disrespecting the TA. So anyway, let's take a look at chat real quick. It's probably you know, calm in here today. Most people have already turned off crypto, right? Oh, screw crypto, man. What's up, Mo? Yeah, got him on the list. What's up, No Sugar, Crypto Tiger? Thanks, man. What's up, Inflord? Dan Frost. K2, One Man Army, got it on the list, dude. Mr. Davey put ZCL on the list, man. You got wrecked, didn't it? I don't know. I have no idea. I just went to 0 on my megabytes per second. I'm back again. It's so weird. It makes no sense why I went down like that. I mean, it seems like I'm looking at 17, 18, 19 megabytes per second on my upload speed. I'm doing a test right now. What was that? I have no idea. I'm good. Showing stability now. There you go, man. The internet and all its fascination with its derpiness. I don't even know if I'm still live. Welcome back. Okay, good. I'm still here. Hey, Maru. You asked your mom about the Maru Bazoo. Unfortunately, she just likes circles. But you're going to name your child Maru Bazoo? Excellent, man. Excellent. That child will be destined for TA greatness. Will be a legend of our time. Okay? Your son or your daughter. What's up, Mihao? I'm doing okay, man. We had we went 5 hours last night, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Bill Gates screwing up our stream. Josh, I believe it, man. Maybe George Soros. Just got some more Neo for 76. There you go, dude. What's up, Julia? Glad you made it. We all had a late one last night, did we not? What's up, Pablo? You're finally watching the stream in proper time. Watching from Chile? Wow. Dude, Chile. Pablo, my goodness, man. It's a different area than Australia, I do declare. It's far away. What's up, Maddie? 702 Real Estate. Neo very well may go lower, and if Bitcoin comes back down to test this area again to get some sort of double bottom action, then yeah, all the alts are going to go lower again. BNB looks like it's taking off. Well, we'll take a look at it. Okay. Want to buy your girl a fancy dinner with crypto? Oh man, it's going to be a long way off from that. Having a restaurant take crypto. I mean, what city do y'all think will be the first city where that starts becoming mainstream? And we're not talking America, the world. Where will the first city be? Let me know what your thoughts are on that. And why. Tell me why. Don't just blurt out a city. I know people are. Tell me why. What city around the world will be the first to start adopting crypto all over the place culturally? Okay. What's up, Crypto Coiner from Twitch, Prinzello, Robot Joe, Nick Adams, Vasha. Hope you're doing well. Zcaro TV, Papa Whiskey Mike. Good afternoon to you, my friend. Bobby Miller. Day's going well, man. Going well. We went overtime last night like crazy. Went to like 3 a.m. my time. Totally worth. King Logan was to King Jesus, man. So, by the way, Jeff Tunney, he contributed $1,000 in a stream. One time, one transaction, but Logan, within less than a 24-hour period, contributed, I believe it was over $1,400. And so I think we're working on a way to recognize that, because he wanted that top Jesus spot, and he's probably going to get it. We just can't do it, like we have to manually do it. So yeah, it's stable now. It's so crazy. I'm scrolling down fast now. What's up, Anna? 77. Yeah, right now, 45 minutes though, MK. I know it's showing a lot of weakness in the latter part of this candle session. What's up, Reedy? You want some gas? You holding gas? You got gas, man? Put it on the list. What's up, Broad? That's what happens, Broad. You said everything takes off once you sell it. Yeah, because that's the time, right? You're scared, right? And if you're looking at the charts, those are the most absolute, incredible buying opportunities. Okay, when all hope might be lost, when you're holding on by a thread. We used the analogy last night. Bitcoin's literally, it's got one hand on a cliff and it's hanging off. That's what we were saying last night in the stream. Brisbane airports accept crypto already? Interesting. City discount. Hey, if you're looking for the best city discounts in the world, you got to go to Minnesota, and you got to go to the store number 118 of city discounts, okay? Timothy thinks somewhere in India. with a lot of inflation and a lot of people without a banking account. Interesting. Will the government allow it, Timothy? Will they allow the peasants to use other means to make transactions? That's the question. You can already use Bitcoin at many shops in Tokyo, says Maru. Zcaro says Seoul might be the best bet. Well, it's true, and I mean, like the most concentrated amount of volume in cryptocurrency, trading happens in South Korea. It is the New York stock. Seoul is the New York Stock Exchange. It's the New York equivalence of crypto, no doubt. Caracas due to inflation. Yep. Brad, we were talking about that earlier, right? What was it? World of Warcraft currency is worth more than the Venezuelan bolivar, the currency. Yeah, Nick, I know. It's King Logan. That's right. Mark Cameron says Vancouver. So far into technology and making things more beneficial for the environment and people, wind energy, even the tramways. But what about people who forget about or don't ask about their pronouns? Mark. Kappa. LTC for Coach K. Yeah, man. Coach K, I hope you're having a wonderful day, man. Good to see you again. Josh Walker, Dubai, Caracas, and Seoul. Broad is you're like a little drunk girl. That's interesting. What's up, BC? No Sugar wants ZRX. My goodness, ZRX, I saw it earlier today. That freaking strength holding above that 20 MA. It's unbelievable. So it's weird. Meow, I posted that chart in Traders Chat. If you saw it, we adjusted a trend line, and we're still in that wedge, barely. But the crappy thing about it is we're below that 200 MA now. So you need a freaking Hail Mary. But you're still in a bullish pattern. Weird enough. Yes. You wish you spent more time grinding gold and WoW. No, that doesn't mean that WoW is worth much US dollar money. It just means that just is testament to show you how weak Venezuela's fiat is. In Holland, there's a city where you can pay with Bitcoin everywhere. What about other cryptos, though? Can you use Litecoin, KC? That's what I want to know. When you're just going to have a mass adoption of multiple currencies, you can use whatever you want to pay with, right? That would be insane. Pronouns are overrated. Well, it's being enforced with a gun. Well, legislature trying to pass it to where it's enforced with a gun. The law. 88 entry was flawless. Oh my God, Josh. Montgomery, Alabama, the greatest casinos on earth. Oh my God. You can't even play card games, man. You can't even play poker there. It's such a scam, and it preys upon the poorest and least educated people in the state. And I hate it. I hate it, man. Because it's like, it makes sense. I'd go there if there was poker, but there's not. There's just they're just freaking, slots. And slots are there to make you become addicted and make you lose. Some laws are meant to be broken. Cryptoian says Shift Card lets you spend Bitcoin at any place that accepts Visa cards. Interesting. Let's look into that. That's crazy. It's really, really cool. But like, how does it hook up? You using your Bitcoin, is it go from your Binance or your Coinbase account? How does that work? Sorry, I'm just curious about certain things. When we're talking about transactions and mass adoption of cryptocurrency. I know this is a TA show, and 99.5% of the time we're talking about TA. Okay. I'm just getting this coffee in me. Remember, we had a 5-hour stream last night. I'm doing everything I can to keep it rolling, okay? So, y'all just bear with me. Sometimes we go hard and long. That's what she said. But, again, with Bitcoin, very large rising wedge, okay? Almost got destroyed, but held on to that cliff and started pulling ourselves out. At this point, we have 2 hands on the cliff, and we're starting to move up a little bit. And now we can see above the cliff, and we're flailing our legs, trying to get back out of that, off that cliff, right? So, you know, the goals that you have, break above the 20, break above the 50, hit your measure move. You can retrace a little bit, never come back down, then make your move up again, okay? Maybe form a bull pole bull flag. That'd be crazy, okay? You can see that, okay? You come up here to test this 94.33, a common thing that occurs all the time with falling wedge patterns. When you break to the upside, you'll hit a certain neckline, which is normally a previous candle body close. Then you'll retrace, and you'll form an inverse head and shoulders pattern. And then from there, you break that neckline, and you run up to hit your next candle body close. So just remember, falling wedges see inverse head and shoulder combos all the time. So that'd be great to see, but we have to go higher. We must go higher. We must hit the 94.35 area, okay, before we retrace. So that's Bitcoin. Let's go to Ethereum. How's our overlord crypto been faring? Decent. Price contraction, very apparent, okay. I mean, yeah, you could always just, okay, you know, use this wick down here. Look, you could try to draw some sort of a, you know, pattern here, but I would just say, hey, get above the heart line, get above the 20, stay above the 50, never have your 20 bearishly cross over your 50, okay? If you can stay above the 20, everything else will work itself out. You have to make higher highs at this point, okay? Our negative momentum keeps getting lower every single time. Okay, every time we make a low, we're making lower levels of negative momentum, okay? Great. Very, very good. But here's the thing that's great about this. We're not getting technical bullish divergence because we're not making lower lows, but we're making we're almost making a double bottom here, and we're showing lower levels of negative momentum, okay? So that's always great to see. Okay, so again, you got to break this 81623 area. Okay, previous candle body closes, and then of course after that 82232. All right, and then from there head on up to where the old measure move was. Okay, we hit that. We never saw it again. Just crazy how the TA is respected sometimes. Beautiful. So. Alright, that's Ethereum, still within the channel, still to Jesus coin, okay? Fantastic run that's been going on well over a month now, and you couldn't be prouder of this coin. And so on our Coinbase chart, we had this huge falling wedge pattern, okay? The measured move of that pattern would put us at $1,116. Just saying. Well, I guess we don't have to look at it. I don't want to take away. Let's just do this for Pablo real quick. Man, Pablo, showing you some love, man. Sorry, man. It's not good. Okay. We haven't looked at this one in a while. Got that bullish divergence. For sure you do, but there's no telling where... I mean, look, bearish trends, you come up, you touch your 20, and you fail to break it, and you break down to lower prices. Okay, so kind of the way we changed things up. I think it's the same way here. This music's not 80s, man. What's going on, dude? Sounds like freaking I'm at a carnival or something. Somebody help me, man. It's just too large of a pattern, right? Hold on a sec. It's much more much more formidable on our 2 Bitcoin chart, okay? But you can see clearly what I'm talking about. Some sort of descending triangle action going on, okay? And we know what those mean, right? Those are bearish patterns. So you've got multiple reaction highs, multiple reaction lows, okay? The good thing about this, though, the only good thing about this one is you're above your 200 MA still. I believe you're not quite there. I think you're below it, the 200 MA on Ripple, on 2 Bitcoin, excuse me. So you have bullish divergence down here, but none down here on your RSI, and you're using that 20 MA as a resistance, just like Bitcoin is, and Bitcoin's making lower prices right now. So it's wicked off twice. Okay, so there you go. Here's your Ripple to the US dollar forming some sort of bearish pattern. Okay, descending triangle. There's a buy wall here propping the price up, evidently, and every time you make a high, you're making a lower high. You make a third one, then all of a sudden the rule of 3 starts playing in. Okay. There you go. There's your XRP to the US dollar, man. Thought we saw some sort of same crap happening on BNB coin, right? And now we're breaking out on the volume, though. It's but look, we had this triple MACD bullish divergence, right? We were just saying, what gives? What freaking gives? Well, it took us going to bed to get the bullish divergence on both our indicators to play out, finally, right? They finally played out. It was just kind of, you're just sitting here scratching your head like, wait a second, why is the TA being so disrespected? It wasn't that it was being disrespected, it was just that we were early, okay? A lot of times you're right, but a lot of times you're often early, okay? Remember that. And that was Carl Icahn that said that. So, see if we can hold outside of this. I'm very surprised right now the way it's holding up and how Bitcoin, you know, normally you see Bitcoin move down no matter what happens. The other charts are pretty much dancing with Bitcoin. This one's not at all. This one's at session highs, okay, with 30 minutes left on the 4-hour candle. So, pretty good amount. Pretty freaking good. So we'll keep our eye on BNB. It's finally showing some power, but its volume would really like to see an increase. But you know, it's nice always to see when you keep making higher highs on price, your volume increases. That's always a very good thing to see. That's above a lot of the crap we've been seeing. You notice how every time we break to the upside, nice green volume, but when we break to the downside, the volume just keeps drying up. That's bullish stuff, okay? It's bullish stuff. Okay. That's it, man. Let's go to Vin. Okay, so still holding strong. You know, you hit this heart line like the Jesus and bounced off of it, and now you're just chopping around, still making lower highs than our previous highs. It's understandable with the type of market condition, with, you know, all the tumult with Bitcoin. So that's understandable. You know, just analyzing it, zooming out, textbook, incredible falling wedge pattern that developed over a very long period of time. Okay, we broke out of that. Our measured move from the widest areas of our wedge was up here at 52,378. We measured on the breakout. We got it. We sure as heck got it, and we're still just floating around, flirting with that area. We got a little bit higher, and we set our longer-term fibs. Also could play to be profit-taking levels, and we hit the 50% and fell from there. Double topped up there with bearish divergence. Class B. We also had bearish divergence on our RSI. Triple RSI bearish divergence. Okay, so there you go. That's Vin. It's at the it's near the top of a channel, using the heart line as support of that channel, and now we're attempting to break to higher highs. But again, look how we came up here to give validity to that resistance area with that wick. Still valid. Still valid. So you're chopping around right now with lower highs. Okay, so it's probably dependent on a lot of Bitcoin stuff. Okay. Overall, the trend is still intact. It is quite bullish. Okay, you got to be happy with that. All right, that's Vin. There you go, Mo. Gonna take a look at chat real quick. Kind of been going hard in here. Okay, so Cryptoian said that Shift card is linked to your Coinbase account. The card costs $10 a buy. What are the fees, Cryptoian? Let me know, man. ETN will offer instant payments with any crypto. Do you mean like it's a ETN card or something? I don't get it. BitPay card does the same thing anywhere, even ATM. Interesting. I need to get that. But here's the thing. The problem is, it's like, what's my incentive as a consumer to use a BitPay card versus Visa that has a signature rewards card, so every transaction I make, I get actual rewards? You know, what does BitPay or any of these alternatives using cryptocurrency, what do they offer me, right? Give me the value of why I would use it as a consumer right now in this world, in this day and age. What's up, Elevate Bitcoin? Let's do it, man. Let's elevate Bitcoin together. Let's elevate past the 20 MA, elevate Bitcoin. I don't think we can do it, man. It's tough. Not enough volume. The volume's bought volume. Music's gross, man. Can't do it, man. Have to change it up. Sorry. Trilingual Kid has an ascending triangle upper trend starting. Alright, so just remember the context of me when I'm looking at chat. Anytime you're ever talking about a coin, ladies and gentlemen, I know it sounds weird when I'm talking about it to talk about it in chat, but just remember I'm always delayed because I'm looking at charts and then looking at chat. So always put in parentheses or tell me what you're talking about, what coin. Because if we go through 5 coins and I get to looking at chat and all of a sudden you're talking about you have an ascending triangle somewhere of one of those 5, I don't know, right? So yeah, you gotta be careful though with anything tied to the BNB pair, right, Aked? Because BNB looks like it's starting to tear it up. It might be breaking to the upside with elevated levels of volume. They're elevating every high. So, you know, buying anything to the BNB pair. Remember what happened? Anything tied to the ETH pair got destroyed, went complete bearish. Okay, because Ethereum methodical march, uptrend, everything tied to it. Was losing value because the thing it was tied to was increasing in value so much, right? So got a shout out this morning. Wait, I did? Did Matt Beasley actually give me a shout out? Josh, is that what you're saying? Fairy flutes, says Crypto Colorado. Are you token the fairy flute out there in Colorado, man? Ocarina music? Yes, iGirl, let's do it. Ocarina 64. Just reading chat, just getting through it. BQX, city discount. What's up with the face, man? Yeah, no, it pumped. It pumped, man. Pumped last night too. Merchants will want to switch. Thank you, Anna. What's up, Skyward? What's up, Crypto SB on the Crypto SB YouTube channel? Check him out. He's a cool guy. So you wanted to see BQX city discount? Okay, man. We can do that. I don't know if that's what you meant. Well, there you go. BQX. Hit that 200 MA and it's gone. It's gone. What did it even hit? It hit this. It hit the 200. That's all it did. But this is what happens a lot of times when your 200 gets hit, okay? Look at the rounding action. Look how you just round it out right here. Just beautiful rounding action. But look at the volume. Volume spike, highest level of positive momentum you had seen since the 7th of February. RSI right now is at 86. That is the highest level. I mean, he kind of rivaled it here. but you're higher now. So the highest level of RSI you'd seen since back in, wow, the beginning of January of this year, back during the Great FOMO. You're hitting Great FOMO levels of RSI, relative strength. Yeah, that's, there you go. When it's right, it's right. Was there news? But I mean, look, these were the targets, okay? 50%, great target. So this was the falling wedge that broke out, and then it broke down because of Bitcoin. Bitcoin recovered some, and it seems like BQX had a lot of buyers come in, wanted this coin. So we blasted right through that upward sloping channel, and this is what happens a lot of times. You slingshot, right? Because what happened was this coin wasn't supposed to fall out like this, okay? And when they fall out like this, they go to these critical levels of support, they decompensate, or they compensate for the loss they made. So if this was still in here, we'd just be at the top of the channel probably. You see what I'm saying? You slingshot, and it gets, it's crazy how these things work, okay? That's awesome, man. Well, you know, I think we reached out to him, our team reached out to him. I don't know if we've heard anything back yet from Matt Beasley, but no, it'd be a lot of fun to do a collaboration for sure. Looking forward to it if it ever comes to be. Vote? What are you talking about, Josh? Oh, for BTC, you have an ascending upward trend. Trilingual Kid, I don't know how you have an ascending triangle when we made higher highs than our previous highs, right? I don't know how you did that, because that we have a clear upward sloping trend line touching our second highest high and our highest high of the, you know, the wedge. It's more of a wedge. It's not really a triangle. Yeah, anytime. City discount. Minnesota 118, Jesus man. So yeah, 50% is upon you. I don't know if you'll hit it, but my God, you're almost there. You know, people got in on the breakout. And people were sad on the breakout, right? You got this low. So what happens, Bitcoin? Thanks so much for all you do. This is what happens. The Bitcoin affects these alts that were in such nice trends, and then they get beaten down, and then relative and tight stops, any reasonable stop, it doesn't even matter if it's a loose stop, any reasonable stop would get tapped out, and then you test that 200 and you break to the upside. Do you see what I'm saying with that NEO video I did, like saying the 200, very powerful level of support, and we're below it right now on NEO, but BQX somehow is, you know, it hit it and did wonderfully off of it. So there you go, man. Just, it's the way of the world. Stream sniped, bad stream snipe. TRX. Somehow still in this triangle? What? Crazy, man. Starting to fall out. That's not good. Okay, it's never good when you test 3 times and fail 3 times. That's very bearish to see that, okay? But just remember, you've got your 50% retrace down here from our swing low to swing high up here, okay? So you could always come down, double bottom, or you could come down here and test this 858 as a support, candle body closes, or the 850. So multiple areas of support, but remember, you know, if you have a sim triangle, which is very clear here, 3 reaction highs, this is our 4th reaction low, this thing is primed to break to one side or the other, okay? So just be mindful of that, and know the volume is completely gone here. You have that calm before the storm, right? Anytime you have price contraction, and you're getting that complete breakdown in volume, right? The volume just keeps making lower levels. Sorry, it's hard to see it. So right here. Notice how you had, at the beginning of the triangle, you had this level, and now it's just completely tapering off into nothingness. Calm before the storm. A move is upon us, ladies and gentlemen, okay? And it may not be good. The way this price action is playing right now, this could be bad. We could break down and make a measured move down. Just saying. You have to be objective about these things. Everyone's going to downvote me because I'm saying Tron might break down bearishly because of his price action. 105 sat move either way. This was the measured move up. The measured move down. Say it broke out now, you know. It's down at the 618, another common retrace level, okay? It's down at that 765 area. All right, so just remember the 618 is pretty much around our measured move. Our volume's completely going into nothingness, okay? We're getting no volume, or excuse me, no positive momentum. It's almost back to neutral at this point. So, you know, we had that bullish divergence down here, okay, Class A at a lower low than our previous low, and it played out. We moved to the upside, but now that's all we got. All we got was a lower high and developing our second reaction high of the triangle. So that's it, man. BQX, their universal wallet, is out of a beta. Ah, so it was some news stuff? No sugar? Mario says lots of talk about May being bullish. Consensus. Crypto Summit, JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs taking crypto seriously. My opinion on volume increasing, I'll believe it when I see it. I think these people have already had trading desks set up. They're already trading and using this high volatility in this market. They're already using it for their gains anyway. So I think maybe we might see an increase, but not certain if it's going to be enough to move the meter. Okay, would love to see it. Would love to see it, but Bitcoin right now, to me, you know, it had that short squeeze that destroyed all the shorts, and we've been moving up. You know, we formed a wedge, disregarded the wedge. Now we're forming another huge rising wedge, and we barely held on to it. So that's good. We said we could. If TA wanted to do it, we could go to 10,200 before dropping again. If we had the buyers and if the pots wanted to do that, we could do that. Well, Drew, it could, man. Just remember, it's just a sim triangle. We see it. It's almost completely done. It's completely matured as a pattern. It's developed, and 3 times we failed to break above the 20 MA. That's weak, very, very weak. But we'll see. Again, the volume is nothing, just terrible. No one's playing Tron that's real. No humans, all bots. Someone wanted GNT. Hadn't looked at that one in a while, I don't think, but I heard it's been pumping, man. It's been pumping like crazy based on stuff. Well, never mind. Hasn't. It's below the 20 and the 50. It came up here to test the 50 and completely got rejected. It looks pretty disgusting to me. But I guess people were talking about when this happened a couple days ago. I mean, you're showing bullish divergence at least on your MACD, but that's all you're getting. It's the only good thing you got going for you. But you could make lower lows before you broke to the upside here on this one. Huh. Like that. Just be like this. And it's barely like that. Probably get a channel too. I think a channel might be more appropriate. That looks pretty blah. That's not even really valid of a wedge at all. I don't like that. Let's see if we could just mess around and do something else. I'm not sure. This wick crap. What a joke. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, get rid of this crap. Not even valid. There you go, man. So what we're looking at. Downward sloping channel. Okay. And we're going to see how this plays out. Okay. Fibonacci, we could use that too. See retracement level. Let's see, we've got a swing low down here. This is our most evident swing low. Swing high. We've retraced a little bit over. I mean, you're at the 618 right now. You're a little bit lower, okay? That's it. So a common retracement. You've hit that. So we'll see if we can turn things around. It doesn't look like it, right? You've already disrespected it, but if you can get back above the 618, you should be okay. But here's the problem. Right at that 618, you pretty much got that that downward sloping resistance line of our downward sloping channel, the upper trend line of it. So yeah, multiple schools of thought here, okay? Multiple things going on with such a low level of volume like this. You can't hope for anything good. Okay, just the volume's completely gone. All you have is that Class A bullish divergence, and that could extend on. We could make lower prices from here, break down again, and get even lower levels. We could get triple MACD bullish divergence before we move to the upside. You see what I'm saying? So there's your G&T coin on Binance. Could still break to lower prices. You're again having trouble. You're below both your faster scale MAs. Okay. That's it, man. That's it. There's your G&T, Gollum. Where's your Smeagol coin? It's being Gollum right now. It was Smeagol, and now it's Gollum. Okay. ADA. Okay, there you go. There's ADA. My God, look at the wick screwing everybody. Give me a break, man. Just give me a freaking break. Even with us making that low right there, we still have more and more bullish divergence. Okay, never ends, man. It just keeps getting better, and you're still more and more bullish divergence on your RSI. Just crazy how this is playing. I just I can't believe it. Cannot believe how this is. It's just so primed. But you know what this means? There's a chance that we could be just trying to get to this 200 MA. I don't know if we'll ever touch it, but we might. Okay, we fell out of this beautiful channel, very well developed, and formed a wedge doing that. Volume abysmal, none. Okay, so there you go. That's ADA. Not much more to talk about. Fantastic move to the upside, right? You had this really cup and handle stuff going on right here, rounded out. Handle, you broke to the upside. Now you're pretty much handling again. So we'll see if we can do anything about it. Okay. That's ADA, falling wedge pattern. You respect the TA, should be a nice little move up. Okay, this is a pretty wide wedge. Okay. Just gonna take a look at chat real quick. Did I do like one? No, I haven't done like one yet, Maddie. What's up, Helios? Thanks for tuning in, man. Yeah, man. Asia is very important to the crypto market in terms of volume. Europe is too, believe it or not. Because when it's crazy, in that really early morning for the States, you've got Asia afternoon, and then right after that, right going on around that time is Asia or Europe waking up. It's crazy. It's like a double whammy. Instead of a rising wedge. Yeah, no, it's hard to say, right? That wick right there, you know, that could have changed everything. But despite anything, does it really matter so much right now? Just because, like, if you stay within this channel, our trend line, our bottom trend line is going to be pretty much the same. Our upper trend line is going to pretty much be the same, right? So if, you know, the trend line of my wedge or your channel are both respected, we're both going to be right for the most part in terms of what areas of resistance and support we're going to hit, right? So does it really matter that much? See, it's kind of not that big of a deal. What's up, Felipe? I mean, yeah, we can put Neville on the list. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, it would really help me out if you hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, we'll see if ADA can pull it off with that wedge. Hey, Francisco. I'm doing well, man. I hope you're also doing well, dude. No, I have not checked INS, but we can put it on the list, man. Alright, that was ADA. So, see what we can do. Still in a bullish trend, intact. Very much intact. Zill, oh my goodness. Zill is on fire. Being to Jesus coin. Okay. Yeah, there it is. It's gone. It's freaking gone. Did anybody that got in on this trade down here, did they hold? Because took profit up here. Did anyone hold on to this and still in this? Patreon? Oh my God. You're at 77 on the RSIs. To be expected. You know, you're rivaling the highest levels you've ever seen. Okay, on all these spikes. So way outside of a channel now. Way outside of it, and showing tremendous amounts of strength. Obviously, the highest level of positive momentum you have ever seen. Nothing's even close to it at this point. Beautiful move up with very large levels of volume, but now this higher high is showing lower levels of volume. So the delay is like 20 minutes. Well, fortunately, you know, for me, chat isn't very active, so if I had to either hold Tron or Verge, what would I feel better about? Probably Verge, Drew. Probably. If you put a gun to my head and said I had to pick Tron or Verge or it's over, I'd maybe just pick Verge. Just because Verge's correction, it lasted for a while and it seems to be like ending, and then you've got Tron that just kind of started its retracement, right? And it could go lower, and we haven't even looked at Verge today, but indicators are telling us Tron might be making some more moves down, possibly. How's my day been? It's been okay. You know, kind of dragging. Yeah, Christopher Dance can be fun, man. Can't wait to do the class. It'll be my first class I've done. It's going to be focused on trends. Alright, there's Zill. Not much more to talk about. I mean, the only fibs we had, we did from the swing high to swing low here, and we've hit all the major extensions, and now we're approaching the outer extensions, which is the 2618, which is absolutely insane. That means you're 261% away from your swing low. So it's crazy. Heck yeah, skyward. Back down to good areas of value. Of course, you got bullish divergence like crazy. Triple MACD bullish divergence. Sweet, man. Okay, all kinds of bullish divergence over and over and over again. Okay. I don't even know, maybe you had a wedge. Yeah, you got a freaking wedge pattern too. Wow. Huh. CCL. Here it is again. This is like a Patreon thing that is going on still. Very interesting. So you didn't make, you had the lowest level of RSI since down way back here when we had that nasty breakdown. So yeah, measure move on this. If you could somehow not crap out and maybe, you know, break to the upside, great. I don't know, maybe it might not be that large. It might just be like this. Yeah, I think that's good right there. So measure move on this wedge pattern, breaking to the upside. 63,052 from anywhere we broke out at. Say just hypothetically here. $63,052. There it is. That's right at the 886. Wow. There you go. There's your move right there, that wedge. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. The bullish pattern with the bullish divergence. Okay? Pretty good combo to have. Pretty freaking good combo. So, see how that plays out. You're within a support zone that we already had plotted from a while back. So, there you go. There you go. ZCL. Alright, it's about time for, you know, the local on the 8s. So we're going to just hang out for a second until this last 30 seconds, or it's really 40 seconds passes. Like a bell or something. Yeah, maybe so. Elevate. Yeah, I can put Poe on the list, man. Hey, Mission Control, hello. I mean, you know, I don't like being ignored. It's not, I understand people are working in Mission Control, but maybe that's like, maybe I should have more access to do things that Mission Control does that I don't have privy to. So when you are working and I'm not, this is my job, that I can do those things. Thank you. My God. Yeah, Mr. Davies. Absolutely, man. So let's do it. It is now time for your local on the 8s. There you go. Let's go to Bitcoin. There you go. There you go. Nothing's happening. We have 1 minute left, and we're failing once again to break the 20. Pathetic. Just no volume at all. Showed no positive momentum at all. None. Just still in the negative. It's really weak. Really weak. I mean, it's just a doji. I mean, Helios, I can look at XMR, man. I mean, I'll put it on the list anyway. I don't know how long I'm going on stream today. Probably going to be a short one, so. Okay, so 15 seconds left on the 4-hour candle. In Florida, yeah, man, you requested it and I covered it. Yes, I have covered GNT. How's Bitcoin looking in 2 words, Jose? Lower highs. Lower highs. There it is. 4-hour candle closed. So yeah, man, you're below the 20 MA. Nothing more's changed there, okay? Bear pole, bear flag, measure, move, hit. Then we went further, developed a falling wedge. Falling wedge, we broke out of it. When we broke out, we had absolutely just bought volume, just algorithmic volume, nothing. At least you held above this key level of support. So worst, you know, something that could happen, a very real scenario I talked to MK about was we could come down and touch this area again and double bottom off of it. Okay, we could do that, or we could come down real quick and test this old level that was never confirmed. This breakout was never confirmed. So just have to see how that's going to play out. What's up, McLovin? How can Bitcoin possibly do so much of absolutely nothing? There are times that people play it, okay, and then most of the other time they're not playing it, right? And then they let their bots take over and do all the rest of the work. So, you know, that's it. You know, it's just it's crazy. I mean, you know, you see these levels, like there was bullish divergence right here. You know, made a lower low, and then look how you ran, right? And there was another time where you had, we'll see. No, there's none there. None there either. But look, we've been making that bullish divergence, and this is all we're getting. So, look, it's not over yet. I mean, but still, it just isn't all. The price action, these wicks, they tell us everything. When you use a simple moving average as a resistance, commonly that means lower prices. If you fail enough times, but maybe we test it this time for 4 hours and we break it. But, you know, it's just never good seeing 8 hours of failure, okay? Let's go to Ethereum. Looking good over on this side. Looking great on this side. Your negative momentum just keeps drying up. You look at this one, right? You held above your 20. You broke and held above your 20 MA on this side, and you're above your 50 and your 200. You're above all 3 MAs. Bitcoin is below the 20 and the 50. It's way above its 200 on the 4-hour, but it's still below the faster scale MAs. It's never a good thing. See, this used it. This is a break hook, and you know, we broke it and we hooked off of it and gave validity to it as being a support, and now we're moving higher prices. That's normally what happens. Even with bots would see that and say, yes, this is what we do. This is TA. It's how it works. Thanks, B-Slice. Yeah, we didn't, and but again, you know, it can take some time to get there. So. I know on Ethereum and the US dollar, it was at the bottom of the channel, okay? Say all this was down here, okay? And so I take it, if Bitcoin moved to the upside, we moved up a little bit more. So you were still within that channel on Ethereum to the US dollar. I checked it out last night, so.
Crypto Colorado tipped $7.77. You remind me of Bob Ross, the Bob Ross of TA.
Hey, Crypto Colorado, man, thanks so much for that $7.77. Kicking it off, man. Kicked it off, man. Thank you so much, dude. Top Jesus of the day. Top Jesus, man. Yeah, anytime, Inflord. Thanks for being here, man. So, Ethereum, very strong, but again, we already talked about our levels of adversity. Heartline, got to break the heartline, you got to break your previous highs, which is 81,633. Okay, so we know what we have to break. We look at this so much that that's all we have to break until we discuss what's next. Previous highs after that. So let's see, your negative momentum just keeps drying up. It's just pretty much just kind of, I don't know, you know, you're not making higher highs yet, so we'll see. See how it goes. There you go, Ethereum. Now we're gonna look at XRP to Bitcoin this time around. See here, terrible, just terrible, right? Look at you. You got a descending triangle, which is an inherently bearish pattern. Okay, you broke down out of it. You made your 2 reaction highs. You came down to maybe double bottom. Just kidding. Instead of a double bottom, we're just going to break down to lower prices, and we're going to fall below the 200 MA. We're now below the 200, the 20, and the 50. Your 20 is about to bearishly cross over your 200, and not only that. Look how pathetic you are, Ripple. You look the times you made green candles. Every single time you scrub coin, you failed to break the 200 MA. Okay, you wicked off of it and used it as a resistance. Yeah, that is just so bad. Okay, really, really, really bad. Now one could say we're in some sort of wedge pattern. It maybe looks like that. We have a tweezer double bottom there. Okay, cool. Maybe not even, man. Maybe not even. Look like that, maybe. Falling wedge, maybe. With your bullish divergence. Ooh, cool. Bullish divergence. Great. Not doing anything with it. So you've got the bullish pattern and the bullish divergence, but no volume, and you're not getting any help on your RSI at all. Okay, you made lower lows, you made lower levels of relative strength. The lowest level of relative strength you'd seen since, well, this disgusting breakdown. This started all this crap. Okay, so got a wedge, but you're failing miserably. Okay, I mean, a lot of issues. So there you go. That's it, man.
Everything crypto tipped $8.88. TA all day, every day.
Hey, everything crypto, man. Thanks so much, dude, for that $8.88. Oh my God, King Logan has set the stage for the crazy numbers, right? The 777s, the 888s, and then Julia was doing the 666s. So, appreciate everything crypto and Crypto Colorado. Y'all are real Jesuses. Everything crypto is the top Jesus of the day now. Sorry, Crypto Colorado, you were dethroned. You had it though for a moment. That's right, King Logan. Well, I mean, you tell me, how is this not terrible, man? Having a disgustingly bearish pattern, and you break down out of critical levels of support, and you fall below your 200 MA. What's not terrible about this coin? The only thing that's not terrible is now we're showing bullish divergence, and we have a falling wedge pattern that we just identified, right? So yeah, good luck. And you couldn't break it. Just no volume. No one's playing this coin. It's just bots, Pablo. Just bots. No humans like, oh yeah, I like this coin, I'm gonna buy it. Nah, sorry, there's no one entering the market. So the move's already happened, okay? So, see if we can make the move to the upside. What would the measured move be if we did it? Some small wedge, not a very large wedge. 517. So you broke out here, 517, and you're still not even. Oh my God, that puts you pretty much right at this. Wow. Downward sloping trend line, right? Isn't that crazy? It's right there, man. That's it. There's your falling wedge measure move up here, and it just puts you right here. Good luck to you, Ripple. Good luck, man. Blasting off. Keeps on going. Volume. Decent volume. Nice spike in positive momentum. The highest level of momentum you'd seen, positive momentum you'd seen since you made this nice spike that made us break out of the huge ascending triangle. So, sweet, man. Sweet. Highest RSI you had seen since back here when you double topped, when your candle body closes. Okay. So yeah, you're hot on your RSI. You're at 63, but you're not too hot. Great. The bullish divergence finally played out. Thought all hope might have been lost, and nope, it was not. It was not lost at all. So great stuff there. Great. All right, BNB, keep it going. Love it, man. I like BNB coin. Seven's the number of completion? What do you mean, Crypto Colorado? Hey, look, if XRP was making amazing technical moves It would be my favorite. It'd be one of my favorites, but it just doesn't. It's not. Oh, is Logan in the house now? King Logan made it, man. Welcome, Logan. Welcome. Top Jesus, man. All right, so that's BNB. It got back outside of this downward sloping trend line. Oh, goodness gracious. NVIDIA's earning reports. NVIDIA, the bell closed 10 minutes ago. What's going on with NVIDIA? That's what I'm talking about. Jeez, man, NVIDIA closed at $255.84 today. Oh my God, if you've been watching NVIDIA, this past month it's up 18%. Freaking love it, man. You want to talk about if crypto's the gold rush? Who are the shovel makers? NVIDIA shovel makers, okay? I've had my first holding, the first time I ever bought NVIDIA was at $23, averaging up obviously throughout time. Oh my God. All right, it's BNB. Let's go to wreck. Got wrecked. Fell below that 200 MA, and look again, just like Ripple, it's failing to break back above that 200 MA, wicking off of it, using it as resistance. Triple MACD, bullish divergence. Who cares about that though, right, man? Who cares? Maybe we got a wedge. I don't know. Probably not. Looks more like a channel, right? Actually, maybe not. With this wick right here. What? Wouldn't use that wick. You'd use that. There you go. So Rex in a falling wedge too with triple MACD bullish divergence. So, wow. Still making bullish divergence on your RSI. Okay. You made a low here on price with this level of relative strength, and then you made a much lower low with a higher level of relative strength. So, wow, man. Tell me Rec isn't at a good area. It's scary stuff. Really, really scary area. But my goodness, our indicators are all telling us wonderful things could be in play with the wedge, the triple MACD bullish divergence on the Mac, you know, and then of course the RSI bullish divergence. So, cool to see that. Very valid. So don't lose faith in Rec just yet. Very steep wedge, pretty wide wedge. 357 sats from wherever we broke out. So we broke out just right here randomly. 357. Right there. Pretty much puts us at that upwards or downward sloping resistance area, right? 3020 puts us here. What is that? Happens to be our critical level of resistance that we failed to break out of. Huh. Wow. Okay, there you go. There's Rec. It's for you. There is hope. It is not all lost yet. Okay. Pablo, do I check U.S. stocks as well in the first streaming of the day? I do not. I never stream stocks because this is at least a crypto thing, you know, and because they have not reported yet. Might be reporting in an hour or so, maybe less. 30 minutes, 15 minutes. So Bundy Gandhi, yeah, BCN. So yeah, it got it listed on an exchange in Moons and went crazy, and it's like, who cares about it now? It's like way too high price, you know. So okay, there you go. It's right. Oh, okay. I just wanted to see the Loom Rising 3 methods. Was it Loom to BNB? Nah. No, was it? Can't remember. One day, maybe? What was it again? Oh, yeah, it was that. Not what you want to see. Normally, right here, you want to break to the upside. You didn't get that, did you? Nothing really happened, man. I think normally you want this candle to be higher than this your first candle. Okay, and here's the other thing about Rising 3 methods that makes it way more reliable of a pattern, Aukhead. Your big green candles, okay, this is a 5 candle pattern, okay. These 3 falling red candles, they always want to be lower levels of volume than the 2 big ones, the 2 green ones, okay. So this one was not near of a reliable pattern because of the huge levels of volume you saw on this one. So if this was down here with these in order in line with these 2, then we'd been fine, but this makes it less reliable. I didn't think about that last night. So there you go. That's your Loom to Bitcoin on the daily. But you know, here looking at it, looks pretty good. Just making a lower high than our previous high. We broke out of this channel. Look how we broke out. Nice levels of volume, giving validity to a breakout. Volume started drying up though. You know why? Because we're probably forming some sort of pennant or a bull flag. Stand above the 20, very strong there, showing strength there, doing that. Okay. MACD's not really telling us anything, nor is our RSI. Keep making lower levels of price and lower levels of strength, so nothing big. So there you go. It's Loom. So chat's like pretty much done. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna call it early today. So y'all covered most of the coins, but really appreciate you tuning in. You know how it is. You know how it is. So until tonight, I think the night shows have become way more lit than those day shows. So I know there's good reason for that. So, but until then, stay hyped.